2 days, 3 more nights. 2 days, 3 more nights. I say a two more days, 3 more nights. I said two, to be or not to be. Anyway, man, literally, we are days away, folks, from the switch. I mean, 3 more evenings, 3 more noon days, 3 more midnights, and we will be able to carry the switch home with us. No more anticipating, no more waiting, no more excitement about the acquisition of the switch. We will have it. Now, I'm excited for the system. I'm not going to sit here in front, but to say that the system is the thing that I'm most excited about, I would be lying. Folks, it's The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild that has me excited. That game right there, I haven't been this excited for a video game, I don't think, since Ocarina of Time. And I know that's back on the N64, and that's my first entry into a Zelda universe for real. I knew of Zelda, but it was reading the magazines and it was the experience of Mario 64. Because at that point in time, there was nothing greater to me in life than Mario 64. I mean, I have the most fun memories. My most fun memories in gaming was Mario 64. I mean, I had never seen anything like that. I had never seen a game do the things that that game did. That fact that Mario went from 2D to 3D, open world, run where you want to run, jump, hop, skip, flip, whatever you want to do, glide on turtles. I mean, everything about that game was amazing. I didn't think nothing could top it. I thought that I was like in Utopia when I played Mario 64. And then when I started to see the pictures and read the articles on the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, and I saw that it had that similar look to Mario 64. That was the original thing that perked my ears and perked my eyes, was the fact that it reminded me of Mario 64. And then as I read more articles on it, that's my first time really seeing Miyamoto as a gamer and actually recognizing him and remembering him. That was the first time. And then I remember I got a chance to play, I don't know how I got a chance. I think they had a demo of it Target had a demo kiosk up that gave you you got to play the first dungeon. And that was it for me. And to me, it was that experience I had with Mario 64 all over again, but it was on a whole nother level. And I have played some great games since then, don't get me wrong, but there has not been no other game more grand in my world, more memorable, more stitched into my memories and burned into my mental Rolodex than The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. I mean, it's not too many things it's nothing that shares a space with that. I think the closest thing to that is Mario 64. So while I'm excited for the Switch, I'm more and way more excited for Breath of the Wild. Matter of fact, if you take Breath of the Wild out of this lineup, it wouldn't even be as urgent to me to get the Switch, even though I know I want one and I'm excited to get the Switch. The urgency and the reason I ran out and made sure that I had a pre-order was because I had to get that Breath of the Wild, and I had to get it on the Switch. Now, when I went to secure the Wii U, I didn't have any problem getting the Wii U. And I'm not gonna front. I was excited for the Wii U, for the dual screen feature innovation, but the games, you know, Mario, New Super Mario Brothers U and Zombie U, they were cool. The system was the main thing. It was securing the system. Nintendo Land was cool. It wasn't, I wasn't tripping hard off of it, but Breath of the Wild, it was like the Wii. Cause I didn't pre-order the Wii. Only reason I got my Wii was because my younger brother, the elite gamer, knew that I wanted it. So I was working swing shifts at the time. I won't say the place I was working at, but I was working swing shifts at the time. And I couldn't get off to stand in line to get one. So what my brother did was, and I didn't even know he did it, he knew that I wanted one. So he went to Target and he stood in line. I think he went at 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, and he stood in line until I got off work at 7:30 that morning. So for 4.5 hours, he sat with Nintendo fans in proxy for me, and then when I got there, I only had to stand in line for maybe an hour and a half. So I got to credit him for even the fact of that I got the Wii at lunch, but it was all because we wanted to play Twilight Princess. He wanted to play Twilight Princess, I wanted to play Twilight Princess, and he knew what I had to do. I explained it to him, but I didn't think he was going to do it. Well, he surprised me and he went out and he stood in line for me for almost 4 or 5 hours. Anyway, but yeah, but even that doesn't compare to this. Folks, I've never been more excited and more afraid to play a game than I have with the Nintendo Breath of the Wild, Zelda Breath of the Wild, with the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. I am literally overly excited. I don't even know if that's the right way to say it. I'm so excited, but I'm also scared. I have never played a game this large, this huge, this massive. Now, don't get me wrong, all the other Zeldas have been massive, but this Zelda not only is massive, but it's unrestricted, meaning you go where you want to go. So that means in the first 5 to 6 hours of what we've been seeing folks play, none of them have the same experience. Meaning, so when we all play for the first time and we get our first 10, 15 hours in, when we begin to talk in podcasts and in comment sections, we might have a absolute totally different, and there's more strong possibility that you will totally have a different experience because Nintendo is not linearly leading you through the game. Even though the game is huge and you got to travel great distances, you're not on a linear path that all must follow. You don't have to go to this dungeon first and that dungeon first, second, and this dungeon third. You go where you want to go. You traverse where you want to traverse. You climb where you want to climb. You glide to where you want to glide to. And that changes the whole dynamics of this game to meaning when I jump on a podcast with a Jedi Knight or Keith Norris or a D2K if he was to have it, or a K-Bomb 20 if he was ever to have it, and whoever else, or Mr. T or whoever else jumps on, a Nia or Kwame Manchu, we all will have a different story to tell that is unique to our gameplay. Now, that don't mean we won't eventually see similar things at some point, but when I get there, you might have got there a whole week or so because you went a whole different way than I went. This is crazy, folks. I mean, this is literally nuts to think about just how crazy this game is. And then watching the gameplay, I know I'm still going, but watching the gameplay and watching people play, the fact that they have literally changed up the game, the controls and how you play, like you can literally jump now. And the fight mechanics, the battling mechanics has changed. No longer do you just hit the enemy 3 times or throw a bomb on in their mouth 3 times and they're dead, or grab or cut their tail 3 times or poke them in this area. No, these enemies have life bars. That means you got to fight. And they ain't taking a half a heart when they hit you. They taking up 4 or 5 hearts. And no longer are hearts just falling around in abundance. You literally have to strategize how to take out certain bosses and certain enemies and certain antagonists. This is a whole new level to Zelda. And that's what got me excited for this coming Friday, 12 a.m. Because, and then I'm excited for the Switch, don't get me wrong, but it's Breath of the Wild, folks. And I think Nintendo was genius to make sure to accompany the Switch with Breath of the Wild. It would have been a huge miss had they allowed the Switch, or they allowed Zelda to not launch with the Switch system. This was the smartest move Nintendo could have made, because it's literally what's got me on the edge of my seat. It's literally what has me peering in on YouTube. It's literally why I'm so excited. The Switch is a great system. I'm excited for the Switch. I'm excited for the Joy-Cons. I'm excited for the ideal of the Joy-Con. I'm excited for the ideal of the Switch, the mobility, even though I might not use it that much. But right now, majority of my anticipation and exhilaration for the Switch is because of Breath of the Wild. And I would love to get your thoughts. We will have a podcast that Thursday as we count down the hours to picking up the Switch. Also, make sure you go to fulleffectgaming.com and check that content out over there. This is your boy Levelhead about to sign out. Till next time, folks. To be. Two more days, 3 more nights, man. Deuces.
Hatsu.